Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another exciting episode of Busted Open. Busted It Open since 2007, and today we are going to review Super 7's Thundercats Slithe. Now, Thundercats I absolutely love. I'm all anything, a lot of stuff in sci-fi pop culture from the 80s, both well known and the obscure. I love. I want to see them do. I know this is just like going way off the cuff, but I want to see them redo Bionic 6, Visionaries, and a few others. I would actually want to see some real warriors too. But yeah, this right here is Super 7 took over the line from Mattel. Mattel had the Thundercats. Well, initially it was LJN, but Mattel had bought the license. So therefore, Mattel was making figures, and then they had canceled them because they weren't doing this, they weren't going to do that, this, that, and the other. So we were all left in limbo for a while with which figures were going to, like, you know, maybe we were just going to be stuck with Lion-O, Panthro, and maybe a few others that I have, because I have all of them in the line, even the ones that are coming up. I have other ones within the line too. I got Captain Cracker, I got Jaga and stuff like that. And yes, I'm a very, very, very big Thundercats fan. So yeah, I had to get these toys. And right now, let's go into the box. We're going to go into the mailer box that it comes in. It comes in a nice mailer box right here. Typical cardboard, has a Thundercats logo, Slithe right there. Let me move this a little bit closer for you guys. And you see the Super 7 right there. You got other legal mumbo jumbo on the back right here. Choking Hazard, Warner Brothers, Super 7, age 11, so on and so forth. You want to read this stuff, pause it. And yeah, it's a rather big box as well. It's pretty chunky, so I'm thinking this figure is going to be big in here. I have not opened it, as you can see. I like to be surprised right along with you guys. So yeah, let's bust open the package and see. Well, let's bust open the mailer box and see what's inside. Okay. Now, inside of the box, the mailer box, was another box right here, and this is absolutely beautiful. It was covered in this plastic right here, as you can see. So I'm going to take this off right here, and it's held on by a piece of tape on the back right there. And this thing looks, wow, this box is a very premium box. I don't feel as though I was gypped, or like I didn't, you know, for the price point that they are, because they're pretty expensive. Separately, they're pretty expensive, but like they are a pretty premium action figure, because I mean, like, you know, if you don't pre-order them, you're gonna get worked on buying it third party or whatever the case may be. But yeah, this is beautiful. This box is beautiful. It comes in a nice glossy box right here. You see the foil emblem of Mumra right here, or the Plundar symbol right here. Thundercats right there. Let me move this a little bit closer right here so you guys can get a good view of this. It has the name Slithe, and as you can see, it's a nice glossy box right there. Glossy, it's in glossy cardboard. I don't even think I'm going to throw away this box, but I am going to open it up. But the box I might just keep somewhere, or whatever the case may be, because I do believe in you know, keeping my action, you know, opening my action figures. You only live once. And it says Ultimates right here on the top. On the bottom, you have some more legal mumbo jumbo right here. Super 7 barcode, Choking Hazards, Thundercat, blah, 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 blah. And I think this raises up. Let me bring this back a little bit, because I want you guys to get the full view of this right here. You bring this up right here, and voila, you have a beautiful windowed box of Slithe right there. Now, Slithe I absolutely love. I'm loving the designs of this figure, loving the way it looks. And as you can see, I'm going to bring this closer right here. As you can see, I'm very excited right here. Thundercat Slithe right there. You got the red, and what I like is that you have this nice, beautiful red motif, red and black motif going on with this Thundercats Ultimate figures right here. And of course, this is just with the top part. The box slides up right here to reveal this beautiful window box. And yes, even if I was able to afford another one, because these figures are pretty expensive, I wouldn't say they're up in the hundreds, but they're pretty expensive. I would love to have one on my shelf, because this looks beautiful inside of the box right here. But yeah, I will, you know, I do open my figures because I like to pose them. And as you can see, beautiful, beautiful window box. And wow, look on the back. You have some nice, beautiful artwork, box art of Slithe right there, looking absolutely amazing. Wow, this looks good. Let me bring this a little bit closer, and you can see that it says right here, it has a nice bio. If you want to pause it, you can, but I will read it to you guys. It says Slithe. Slithe is the leader of the reptilian mutants from the planet Plundar. Once a field cook in the army of General Rataro, Slithe created his way into power and followed the last of the Thunderians to Third Earth in the hope of capturing the Eye of Thundera for himself. Trapped and forced to serve the powerful Mumra, he continues to plague the Thundercats from his base in Castle Plundar. Wow, and it has beautiful artwork right here. And from what I understand, I think the Four Horsemen did this right here. I think this was done by the Four Horsemen. But yeah, you've seen the box and everything like that. So let's go into, yeah, you got a Super 7 logo up here. Let's go into this beautiful figures aesthetics. I will be right back with you guys. All right. Now, as usual, you know we're going to go into the accessories of this figure right here, and he comes with two hands right here. He comes with two hands right here, and which are done very, very well. Let me bring this a little bit closer right here. You can see like the different pigmentation and the hues that they given to the skin right here, and you can see the textures within the hands right here. The nail beds are done very well. I don't see any bleeding from what I can understand, from what I can see. No bleeding or anything like that. Great sculpting, and you can see that it has a peg on the end so that it can get some nice, you can pull these hands out and put them in there, so on and so forth. But it looks great. It looks great. You even see like there's a little bit of green pigmentation within the palms right here, so it gives like this nice effect of it being like skin. And this is very cartoon, how can I say, cartoon realistic looking right here. And you have those two hands right there. Then you have this beautiful mace right here, this battle club or mace right here. And you know, it comes at a stand, like there's not too much shading, or how can I say, there's not too much not, it's a standard, like it's a standard 3-pattern color scheme going on here. You have a solid gray right here. You don't have too much wash going on, or brown, you know, you got a brown handle, a little bit of gray on the hilt right here, on the end of the handle right there, which gives it a nice look. You know, it's simplistic, but it does the job, and I love the size of it. It's nice and thick. It's nice and big, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, this is looking very, very good. But you know, you got a little bit of sculpt lines right here, or manufacture lines right there going on, which is not, I mean, like, you can't ask for too much perfection right there. I think it adds to it. It makes it look more menacing, if you ask me, right there. Then you have this beautiful, beautiful head sculpt of Slithe right here. I love how his tongue is a little bit serrated in the middle right there, and he has like he talks, because if you know anything about Slithe, he talks with a lisp a little bit. Great sculpt. The fins on the side of his head, which are supposed to be his ears, are good. The headgear or the headdress is looking very good. Nice textures within the skin. The nice fin right here that he has at the top looks absolutely great. The fins on the side of the ears look great. Everything looks good. The crest in his face, the one eye bigger than the other one, really adds to the aesthetic of Slithe. It looks good. You can see there's bags under his eyes, everything. They did a great job on this figure right here, and I don't see any bleeding or anything like that on this figure. The eyes look great. Everything looks good on this figure right here. They did a great job. And like, you know, the wrinkles within his chin, they did Super 7 did a great job with this, with the sculpting and the likeness of Slithe from the cartoon. Over here, you have this battle axe. You can see right here, it's not that much shading or shadowing on it or anything like that, or wash or anything like that. But it's a nice looking battle axe, and it's pretty sharp on the tip right there. You got like a little stone, stone pointer on the top right there. You know, it looks pretty good right there. This is good, real good. 3-color pattern scheme. You got the grays, the browns, whatever case may be. And then you have this one, which is pretty much paying homage to the classic LJN Slithe right here. Because yeah, these are the weapons that they had back then. But they, you know, it was kind of like fashioned like this. Solid brown along the handle. You know, you got a nice silver going along the blade of the axe right there. Nice sculpting within the handle, everything like that. This looks good. This looks good. Now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes, which is Slithe himself. Now I'm going to bring this back a little bit. Let me straighten out this camera a little bit more so you guys can get a good view of him. Yeah, there we go. Now this figure is amazing. This figure is amazing. I'm loving the way they took the time to really capture the essence of the cartoon Slithe right here. As you can see, the dorsal fins on his back are absolutely beautiful. He has the nice suspenders or harness going on with the leathery look and the crest in the middle of his chest right there. He has that how can I say, that blank look on his face with the nice reptilian eyes that they've made right there, which is looking very good. Again, the crest is very good. You can switch out these heads if you want to. The loincloth is done very well. I don't see any bleeding or any, well, there's a little bit of bleeding right there, which is not really that important or that bad for me. I'm loving the skin textures. They look very reptilian. Nice big feet that they put on him with the separated toes and everything like that. Love my characters that have big feet. And they have like a gnarly look to them, which is good, which is what you should have with Slithe. And I kind of like mentioned that in one of my Marvel Legend videos, that the reason why I didn't, although I did like the body sculpt of the new Hulk figures that they're making, I don't like the feet. The feet on the Hulk should look serious. I'm not saying they got to be bunion and horn filled or anything like that, but they should look good. And if you look along the skin, you can see the raised warts right here. Yes, they're raised. They look very good on him. I love the hunched over look that he has going on with him. You got the bracelet, or pretty much like the band on his arm right there. The skin's textures look very good. I love the way they have the separation or the different colored skin within the midsection of the torso right here. He looks very reptilian. I'm loving it. Tail looks great. Again, you can see like the warts and the other skin pigmentation going on within the tail. Everything looks good. No holes on the bottom or anything like that, but those feet are absolutely amazing. Those feet look great. They did a great job on those feet, man. Now, it's a little bit of bleeding on the bottom, a little bit of mispaints, or but it's not nothing that's a deal breaker for me. I love the gauntlet or the bracelet that he has on this arm over here, on the wrist over here, looking real good with it has nice sculpting and textures within it. As you can see inside of the hand, they did the same thing in the hands that he holds, and they didn't cut, they didn't skip or anything, that you can see inside here. So he looks really, really, really good. You have nice little bit of paint message right there, little bit of blotting, but this looks great. I'm loving the way the harness comes around his shoulders and everything like that. You cannot remove this though, you know what I'm saying? But this loincloth, you know how I feel about loincloth. I love loincloths. Tough nerd barbarians and warrior princesses, I love loincloths. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because of the era that I grew up in, watching a lot of barbarian movies, Conan movies, Thunder the Barbarian, He-Man, etc., etc. I love for my savage warriors to have loincloths. It literally just drives me through the roof. Now this face sculpt is absolutely amazing. The side profile looks great. You can see, I love the way they did the bags under the eyes. I don't know, whoever sculpted this, which I think was the Four Horsemen, if I'm not mistaken, they always do a fantastic job within recapturing or reimagining classic superheroes, classic villains, sci-fi, pop culture, all that stuff. Four Horsemen is the creme de la creme, if you ask me. This looks good. Super 7 did a great job, and this figure is hefty. It is not light. You're not getting a cheap piece of plastic. This thing you can throw at somebody and hurt them. He is very, very solid. The dorsal fins are made out of a solid whatever plastic. Now the loincloth is made out of a rubber, or like a rubber or a vinyl, and yeah, under there you see, like, there's some ball joints going on and everything like that, and there's a black centerpiece or whatever, so that everything can connect. But this figure is absolutely amazing. I am very happy with it. If you look right here, you can see they also put, like, they sculpted in some clasp right here to give it a little bit of realism. This is literally like you holding a cartoon version of Slithe in your hand, and you're able to pose and play with them. Now, as far as the articulation goes, because I can go on and on about the details of this figure. I even love the muscular the way they sculpted the muscles on him. It really looks like Slithe. There is nothing about this that makes me feel like I don't have the Slithe action figure, or like this is not Slithe. He has a nice hunched over look. The legs are nice and solid and thick. The skin textures within this figure are absolutely amazing. And I'm loving that red crest that he has in in his headdress right there. It looks great. It looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, as far as articulation goes, you're getting the standard articulation that you get with most of these Thundercats action figures. Now, this one is completely different designs. They didn't reuse any parts from any other figures within the line. And with that, you get limited mobility. You can play with this toy. He doesn't feel like he's going to fall apart or anything like that, but there is he's not as flexible, or how can I say, movable as like a Marvel Legend or G.I. Joe classified or anything like that, but he is good for what he is for. All right, so as far as articulation goes, he has a nice head twist that goes from side to side. You're not expecting Slithe to turn his head around or anything like that, but you do have some nice range of motion going on. And the head is on a ball joint right here under the neck right there, and you got some nice, he's on a ball joint at the arms right here. You can get some nice rotation going on right there. You can bring it all around, but you don't want to mess too much with it, with the harness that he has or the suspenders that he has going on for his chest guard right there and everything like that. There is no bicep swivel, but he does have a ball socket at the elbow that goes up and down, a single hinge, so on and so forth. Twist and pivoting at the wrist, as you can see right there. Beautiful leg split for a figure with a loincloth, and you can see it's on the ball socket right there. Ball socket, is this a ball socket knee? Yeah, ball socket knee, because you can get some twisting going on right there. And, yeah, see, ball socket, single hinge knee right there. Nice, very good pivoting. Very good pivoting on the ankle right there, and twisting and shifting and moving. As you can see, I'm moving this figure all around, and they come out the box very stiff, and he doesn't feel like he's going to fall apart, or I can't just like move him around. You can get playtime with this guy. Now, the joints come out very stiff. You can get some nice range of motion going on with his arms right here, as you can see. Beautiful split, nice bend at the knee. You can get some nice jumping poses or running poses like, I have you now, Thundercats. So, but yeah, and the tail right here does move. The tail moves around left and right, but it doesn't go up and down. It's just pretty much on a socket right here, and this is pretty much like a peg socket right here. But yeah, as a whole, this is a beautiful, absolutely beautiful figure. Beautiful figure. Now, the thing about it is, as a kid, I didn't have Slithe as a kid, but I did have Fred, with my best friend Fred, may he rest in peace. He used to let me hold his Slithe, because I only actually had, I think, maybe one Thundercat, two. Yeah. But yeah, this guy is an absolute beauty. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take some pics, and I think I went through everything. Does he have a, yeah, and he has a waist twist, but no ab crunch or anything. And I wouldn't be expecting that with this figure right here. If they did, that would have been a plus, but they didn't. So it's not big of a deal. But the aesthetics of this figure are absolutely beautiful. You can get playtime with this. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some pictures and take some pictures of this figure, and I will be right back with you guys. All right.
Thundera is with you, Lion-O, the source of the Thundercats' power. Jaga,
So, man, as a whole, I don't know what to tell you guys. All I can tell you is that these Super 7 Thundercats figures are absolutely beautiful. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Don't let anyone fool you. In hand, this is another thing that sometimes the pictures don't do them any justice that they take with these figures. In hand, these Super 7 Thundercats figures are absolutely phenomenal. I love them. I will give them 5 out of 5 nerd pins thus far, because I'm going to go back to the nerd pin system. I will give them 5 out of 5 nerd pins, and it's just something to behold right here. I literally feel like I have cartoon accurate. There is nothing wrong, and I'm loving the big back they put on Slithe too. You know, the hunched over big back and everything like that. And again, that tail is hanging out that loin cloth. Tons of enough, you know, they didn't go, you know, it's not too sparse on the accessories or anything like that. Just enough. You ask me, it's just enough. I mean, now it would have been cool if they gave him like a little laser pistol or something like that, which is cool, but I can always like order something third party offline or for eBay to have like a little laser pistol for him or whatever the case may be. But he looks great. Leader of the Mutants, henchman to Mumra, looks absolutely amazing. And I mean, just to bring it a little bit closer, I'm gonna let you guys look over him one more time. That's how beautiful he is. Absolutely beautiful. And in the pictures, you can see what he looks like with his weapons in his hand and stuff like that. He looks great. Let me see. This sits right in here pretty good because I have done it in the pictures and stuff like that. But the grips on these figures are very tight, very tight. And here he is with his long axe, the one that's paying homage to the LJN line that they gave him this axe in the LJN toy line. And again, I didn't have a lot of Thundercats growing up. I loved the cartoon, but it was just like weird. I wasn't able to get them. You know what I'm saying? Like G.I. Joe's, Transformers, and stuff like that. I think I only had Lion-O. Who else? I had Lion-O and I had Lion-O. And Fred would always let me hold his Slithe right here. And no, I don't have any of those toys. And I do have the other Thundercats from like the 2011 series. I don't, the 2011 series, but I don't have any vintage ones. Honestly, compared to this stuff, I don't want the vintage stuff. You know, don't get me wrong. I love what the cartoon brought forth, but I just can't go back. I can't go back. But this looks great. Again, face sculpt is great. And you can easily pop this head off like that, thus so. Just be careful, and you can see there's a peg right there, and you can easily just put it on like that, and there you have him with the, there we go, and there you have him with the, oh, I don't think you should go there, monkey, and since you can beat the Thundercats, why don't you fight them, Mumra? You there? Yeah, but I love this right here. And here's a comparison with him next to Cat Daddy, Lion-O. This is the Mattel version right here. And I always thought Lion-O reminded me of, you know, Lion-O always reminded me of, remember when George Michaels did Faith? He always reminded me of George Michaels for some reason. Lion-O always reminded me of young George Michaels when he did the Faith video with the biker jacket on. Here he is next to Lion-O, which is the Mattel version. I didn't feel the need to purchase the Super 7 version, whatever case may be. If I want the head sculpt, or whatever case may be, I will just buy the head sculpt that they have where he's baring his teeth and stuff like that. Here he is next to Master Universe Revelations, He-Man. Here he is next to Star Wars Black Series, David Nora, Stormtrooper. You don't belong here. I don't think I'm going to tell. Here he is next to our boy. You know I had to do this, man. Because it's pretty much, they fit in scale with each other. Here he is next to Motu Classics He-Man. As you can see, this is one of my favorite He-Man right here. So, yeah. And I mean, like, I don't know what my tape measure is, but somebody keeps taking my stuff, whatever the case may be. So I'm just going to pick up some more tape measures. But he's measuring in at about, like, I would say like 6 inches with the dorsal fins on his back. But as far as compared when he's next to the other Thundercats, he's very wide and thick, as you can see. He's very wide. He's very thick. He's very girthy. Very great posability. I mean, this guy is amazing. I will be doing more reviews of the other Thundercats Super 7 figures within the line that I have. And I don't know what else to tell you. To just tell you that, like, pick this thing up. This is one beautiful figure. This is a beautiful figure. If you're a fan of Thundercats, or if you just want to have it on the shelf, pick him up while you can right now before the prices go through the roof with him. If you're a Thundercats fan, don't wait, because you can't wait with buying action figures like back in the day, or items, because the minute I've seen some figures literally go through the roof from like from the time they drop within a week or two. They are literally triple the price. So with that being said, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and share this video. And also, if you buy a toy, what? You bust it open. Oh yeah. Also, ladies and gentlemen, check out my Tough Nerd Toys gaming channel on Twitch and on YouTube. The replays, if you happen to miss the live replay, the live gameplays on Twitch, I have them on YouTube, so that way you can watch me fail or watch me win, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, check me out. Check out TOUGHNERDTOYS.com. I reopened the action figure store, so yeah, you can pick up some stuff. I mean, I have stuff as fast as everybody else, but I always have competitive pricing, so on and so forth. So yeah, with that being said, that brings this review to close, and I will catch you guys later. Those are the Thundercats.